The city of Joburg has a population of 4.4 million people, producing around 6,000 tons of waste per day. Most of this waste is destined for the last 4 operational landfill sites, but it doesn't have to be. Pikitup Johannesburg is wholly owned by the city of Joburg and services more than 700,000 households every week, as well as 135 informal settlements in order to deal with the city's waste. Pikitup is dedicated to the 3 principles that will ensure a cleaner future: reduce, reuse, and recycle.
As a country, we have not met all the Polokwane Declaration targets, and it's important that we place them back on the agenda and ensure that we're able to meet the targets. Those targets would include recycling, reuse, renew of waste, using waste for energy, looking at waste as a resource and not just something that you essentially take and put in a landfill site.
The reduction of waste into our landfill sites, the reduction of waste into our streams, we need to make it sustainable. We need to make it work, because if you are aware, we don't have enough space in our landfill sites.
Managing waste is an integral part of the city's long-term vision to build a sustainable, resilient, and livable city for all our citizens.
The very physical layout of a city makes management of waste difficult in a city, because whatever gets generated needs to be reused or accommodated in order for it to be taken somewhere else, where it is going to be reused or disposed of in some manner. Extremely complex in a city like Joburg, which is a city at work, plus it has a very big residential population. We need every single person going into the city to be aware of their behavior in the course of being in the city. We've seen the filth, and we need to change that.
The mainstream view right now and the mainstream practice and behavior is to generate waste and somebody takes it away and then it's not your problem. But the kind of way that we're trying to deal with it at Pikitup is to encourage recycling from our perspective and to reduce the volumes of waste that need to go to landfill. And that is a thing we can only do in partnership with people, with communities, with businesses, with NGOs, with other government sector departments.
Pikitup employs roughly 5,000 dedicated people who are actively assisting in the separation of waste and recycling. Often when everyone else has already gone to sleep, our teams work tirelessly to ensure the city looks its best when the sun rises.
Sisebenza kahle la emgaqweni, and enye inkinga nje udoti umningi kuyangcola kakhulu la ebusuku.
So far for thina ku right ukusebenza ebusuku. Kushapha ukusebenza ebusuku ngoba nemoto nabantu abagcwalanga kakhulu. So sikhona ukusebenza kahle kanjalo.
Sometimes even ungakaqedi uyasebenza uqede before ushayisa idorobha selingcolile. So it's like you are wasting your time.
And when the morning does arrive, our work begins again as the waste is transferred to our landfill sites.
We don't have enough space in our landfill sites. I mean, of the 12 landfill sites that we've had, almost 8 of them have been closed because the space for us to take waste is not there anymore.
We understand the challenge we face in dealing with waste. It is more than only a city challenge. It is a global concern. We have taken steps to meet this challenge head on with a new strategy, new technologies, and the will to achieve. Pikitup is planning a bright future for the city of Joburg. By forming partnerships with Joburg citizens, we believe that a clean city is not an unattainable dream.
Well, the benefits are in the first instance that the cooperatives and community-based enterprises would be able to be incubated as enterprises. The second, of course, is that it's a job creation initiative. And lastly, it's a skills development initiative.
And it is through city programs such as Josie at Work that we build partnerships and ensure that the economic benefits of waste management are amplified.
I think the program will help us transform our communities. It will help us get communities involved with municipal services and ultimately develop businesses from inside our communities. For me, it's a very exciting program. I'm just wishing and hoping that the community will really take up the offer to be involved in the program.
Hand in hand, we can make Joburg cleaner, better, and a world leader in waste management.
One could almost imagine an inner city where the self-fulfilling prophecy becomes that people, by default, understand there's value in the waste and remove it even before Pikitup gets there. And what we're left with is very little residual waste. So, the importance of forging partnerships at every level of society, even schools, universities, is absolutely key to getting it right and sustaining a waste minimization model into the future.
It is about reorientating the public's perception of waste and the way in which the service is delivered overall in the city.
It's not Pikitup that creates waste, it's people who create waste. And that's the answer, is to ensure that every resident in Joburg makes a personal commitment, whatever they're doing in their working lives, to ensure that we do not generate waste, and where we do, that we dispose of it responsibly.
I love my job. I love Pikitup.
Working together, Pikitup and the city of Joburg, making Joburg a world-class African city.